I had recently spawned a new world in single-player Minecraft. Everything was normal at first as I began chopping down trees and crafting a workbench. I noticed something move amongst the dense fog. I have a very slow computer, so I have to play with a tiny render distance. I thought it was a cow, so I pursued it, hoping to grab some hides for armor. It wasn't a cow, though. Looking back at me was another character with the default skin, but his eyes were empty. I saw no name pop up, and I double-checked to make sure I wasn't in multiplayer mode. He didn't stay long. He looked at me and quickly ran into the fog. I pursued out of curiosity, but he was gone. I continued on with the game, not sure what to think. As I expanded the world, I saw things that seemed out of place for the random map generator to make. 2x2 tunnels in the rocks, small perfect pyramids made of sand in the ocean, and groves of trees with all their leaves cut off. I would constantly think I saw the other player in the deep fog, but I never got a better look at him. I tried increasing my render distance to far whenever I thought I saw him, but to no avail. I saved the map and went on the forums to ask if anyone else had found the pseudo-player. There were none. I created my own topic, telling of the man and asking if anyone had a similar experience. The post was deleted within 5 minutes. I tried again, and the topic was deleted even faster. I received a PM from username Herobrine containing one word: stop. When I went to look at Herobrine's profile, the page 404'd. I received an email from another forum user. He claimed the mods can read the forum user messages, so we were safer using email. The emailer claimed that he had seen the mystery player too, and had a small directory of other users who had seen him as well. Their worlds were littered with obviously man-made structures as well, and described their mystery player to have no pupils. About a month passed until I heard from my informant again. Some of the people who had encountered the mystery man had looked into the name Herobrine and found that name to be frequently used by a Swedish gamer. After some further information gathering, it was revealed to be the brother of Notch, the game's developer. I personally emailed Notch and asked him if he had a brother. It took him a while, but he emailed me back a very short message. I did, but he is no longer with us. Notch. I haven't seen the mystery man since our first encounter, and I haven't noticed any changes to the world other than my own. I was able to press print screen when I first saw him. Here's the only evidence of his existence. Hey everyone, thanks for tuning in to listen to me reading Herobrine. Herobrine was actually one of the first creepypastas I knew about. No, the first. And I didn't even know he was a creepypasta at the time. Actually, I have my own little story to share. Now, this is unscripted, so you'll have to forgive me if I leave out any details. At the time, I was convinced that this was attributed to Herobrine, but in reality, it was probably a creeper and a series of unfortunate events. I honestly don't remember much of it at this point, but it was my first hardcore world, and I was going okay, about as well as you'd expect a little kid to go in the first few days. Well, not so little, but you know. I had gotten some cows and managed to herd them into a pen, which was actually quite the achievement for me, because even to this day, I have such bad luck with finding cows. So, I had them in their pen when I very stupidly decided to go off on something of an adventure. Eventually I made my way back, though. I didn't go too far, because I was on hardcore mode. And that was when something happened behind me. I don't remember if there was an explosion or not, but I was left on half a heart, so I knew I had to hurry home. I had 3 cows in the fence before I left my home, but when I got back, there were none there. That's my entire creepy Herobrine story. Thank you for listening. I'm well aware this was not good, but hopefully the actual good story before this makes up for that. On that note, I just remembered that I have gotten 92 subscribers somehow. I don't know where you came from. I have not uploaded in 5 months and was kind of slacking off on the whole YouTube thing. But I'd like to thank each and every one of you for, I don't know, just finding my channel worth subscribing to. YouTube's doing this thing where it doesn't want to notify me to anything anymore, so you'll have to forgive me if it's, if you don't get a response from me. Thank you, bye-bye.